If you're struggling to have a predictable revenue forecast for you and your sales team, you're not alone. Then you might be interested in this one because on this video, I'll be showing you what the HubSpot forecast feature is, how to set it up, and tricks and hacks. So buckle up and let's get going. The forecast tool on HubSpot is a feature that will allow you to set a goal on your team or individual sales reps and compare their forecast to that specific goal that you had set up before. Now, this feature is included on HubSpot, Sales Hub Professional, and Enterprise. It's not included on the Starter or the free tools. So keep that in mind in case you don't see it there. Now, when you're on HubSpot, you're going to navigate to Sales and then Forecast, and you'll see this window like this. I mean, after you set it up, right? But it's basically a dashboard that will allow you to see the individual progress of each one of your reps. You'll see how much you have closed so far. You'll see your goal or your quota. You will see the forecast what you are forecasting by the end of the period. In this case, it's last month, but it can change. I'm going to put here this month, for example. And you'll see this is the amount that I've closed. This is the quota, the goal that I have, and this is my forecast. So it means that by the end of the month, I'm going to hit my quota by 80%. So this will give you at a glance all the information that you need to know about your sales team. I personally work with this all the time, and I love being able to sit on my one-to-ones with my sales reps and go there, see what they're forecasting, and go in each one of the deals that are contributing the most to their quota attainment or the ones that could actually make them hit their target if they were behind. Now, to be able to see this information here, you need two separate things. Each one of your reps need to have a paid seat, professional or enterprise, assigned to them for them to be able to pop up here. And you'll have to create a goal for them. If you click on this option right here, create a new goal, you'll come to this window where you are able to choose a type of revenue. So let's say it's going to be a revenue goal. It's going to be new deals. And I'm going to call it test. The specific user is going to be Jose, myself, and it's going to be monthly. Okay. Now I'm going to click on next. There you go. It's only showing this year right now. Let me go to 2024. Then I'm going to say 100,000, for example. And then for February, 100,000. And then March is going to be also 100,000. And the pipeline that you're going to allocate that budget in, it's going to be new deals and next. This is if you want to set up any notifications. I'm just going to click on, leave that blank for now. Go to goals, and you will see that you will have next month right here, next month. You will see that I have the forecast right there. So I'm seeing that I have a $100,000, and as of now, I haven't closed anything, and my pipeline is empty, this one right here, so it's not showing any progress. But after you have everything and you have enough deals and everything, you'll see something like what I just showed you before. And you will see the ones that I'm going to go here for you to have a clear view on that. And you'll see the progress of each one of your reps. Now, all this information that you're seeing here is coming from your pipeline. So each one of your deals, depending on their owner, is contributing to the individual bars of progress that you just saw there. So you'll need to set it in a way that those deals are actually projecting or forecasting the right amount. So let's set up the forecast amounts and the close rates of each one of them depending on the stage that they're in. So your next step after setting up your goals is defining your probabilities. So deal probability is something you can access to if you go to settings, right? Then navigate to objects and then deals. You'll see different tabs right there. Go to pipelines, choose one that you wanna manage. In this case, I'm gonna take this one, use them for example, and you'll be able to set up a probability for each one of your stages. This is something that you need to think out very carefully. You'll see that when the deal is in this specific stage, it has a 2% chance of closing. Then when it's on this second stage, this is an exploratory schedule stage, then the chances for closing are 15%. And the farther that it goes throughout the pipeline, then the higher the chances gets, right? So deal probability is something that you need to set. Initially, you could have it a guess. You could give it a guess. So let's say that my probability is 20%. After I close it, then I would just try to start with a 5, then with a 10, 15. And with the time, you have more data to adjust that number for something that is more accurate and closer to reality, right? Now, after you set this up, if you go to your pipeline, you'll see your deals right there. You will see that if I take any of these deals, you will have a property called deal probability populating right here, 15%. And I'm going to click on this one to show you something very important. HubSpot internally is taking all this data of the amount of the deal. In this case, this deal is just $7,500, right? And it's multiplying that 50% and storing it in this property, which is weighted amount in company currency. This is the amount that HubSpot is allocated into the forecast. Now, you know how the amounts are calculated. The deal has an amount, right? It has to have values. That is very important. And if you're not having values, you need to set up products and all the information for your deal to actually be populating all these amount properties. And it's going to take this amount property and multiply it by the deal probability property. In my case, 15%, and it's going to give me this final result. Now, I will be able to see this information and allocate it into my forecast for the month of the close date, like this month right here, in this case, December. So I will see those $1,000 forecasted to December. 1,000 because it's this amount multiplied by the deal probability, right? So two things. First one, you need to have the right amount, the amount on the deal, but you also need to have your deals forecasted with a close date that is accurate. If you have a deal that is expecting to close on a past date, then your whole forecast is going to be messed up. So you don't want deals to be forecasting in the past, right? To fix that up, then there's a little trick that I'll leave you right here. And just to explain this a little more, if I had this same deal, cloud cover, saying that it was going to close on November, then my whole amount is going to be showing on my forecast for last month. And I'm going to go here. This one should be right here. You will see that this $1,000 are actually populating into my previous month. And that's something that I don't want, right? So to fix that up, you need to take care of the close date. There's a little trick that I'll give you, and is you can go create a workflow to prevent this from happening. So I have already created one. If you come here and see the triggers right there, then let me just move my face a little bit. There you go. And you will see that I have created this workflow. The trigger is if any deal is 11 days from now, or the close date is more than 1 day ago, then it means the close date is in the past. So no deal, if it's not closed, won, or lost, should have a close date in the past. So if that's the case, then come here and set up a task that says, hey, this deal is at a close date that might not be realistic. Check on that and fix that if that's the case. Okay? So my reps are getting a task for them to fix the close date. And that's going to help me keep my pipeline, my deals with the right close date, depending on the stage that they're at. Now, the last piece that I'm going to give you is another trick that I use. You want to go ahead and bring this property right here. The deal probability, put them visible into your properties right there. And give your reps the possibility to edit this manually. Let's say, for example, I'm working with this client and I have a strong feeling because they told me that they're ready to go. The standard probability is 15%, but I know that I'm only competing with one other agency, one other competitor. So I'm just go ahead and say this, actually my chances are 50%. Or I'm pretty much ahead, I'm 80, 70. The rep can feel more confident and set up a higher deal probability there. As you click on save, the whole amount of your forecast is going to be updated. So it's going to take 50% of this amount instead of 15%. And now you're ready. You have everything set up. You know what the forecast feature is, how that works, some tricks and hacks to help you keep it forecasting on the right date and not having deals forecasting, expecting to close on a past date. And you should be ready to go. Go ahead, feel comfortable, explore it. The more you use this for your one-on-one sessions, the more comfortable you feel. And if you need help, we're always willing to help our clients set up their HubSpot account. Either you're doing a new onboarding or you want to optimize what you already have, you want to acquire a CRM for the first time, then hit us up. You can go ahead, navigate to our website right here, triario.co, and there you will find the different services that we have. You can explore our website and look for the right option for you. You can submit a form and we'll get in touch. Then I hope you find this insightful and follow us for more content like this. I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.